Welcome back to Jamming Games. I am Steven. He is Wyatt. We're watching Nolan on the left play Red-White Heroic. On the right, hometown hero Wyatt Harris playing Blue-White Control.
Yeah.
That's you. That's you.
That's me.
Fabled young man out of Nolan on the left.
God, I've played temples in this deck. I wasn't able to get all the lands for this deck.
What were you missing?
I was missing like Henge Gates or something, but still didn't have any.
So here comes Temple of Enlightenment. That Scry seemed pretty good for you.
You know what? The deck doesn't really have any 1-drops. So Temple's not the worst.
No, it's pretty good. You have March of Otherworldly Light, which would probably be pretty great against this deck. Here comes you reading this new Connive Double Striker.
Yeah. I hope I kill it. I don't know what I do, man.
Who knows what happens in this matchup?
Game.
I feel like this is a bad matchup for Blue-White. Portable hole. You put them in a hole that you had in your pocket.
That was the game plan.
Yeah. Oh, here's a follow-up, though. Cycling a... I thought you've managed to censor the spell.
With their 1 mana up and my 1 mana?
Yeah, pretty great. Pretty great.
Here's an attack. Oh, yep, go to combat. Yeah. And then we do the whole, like, no blocks.
No blocks. No effects. Take damage. Yeah. It's an old song and dance you have to play against these decks.
It's like Infect in Modern. Where you're like, declare no blocks. All right, before damage.
Yeah.
Cast my Wild Growth. And then you're like, before that resolves. It's like a funky game. You play in a different phase forever.
You have to, like, against Infect, if the damage isn't lethal, you just let it through. I don't think it's that bad against this deck. But it seems like it might be close. You've done nothing this game. Portable Hole, and here's a Memory Deluge. So, good. Memory Deluge is a pretty good draw spell. I remember thinking that Dig Through Time was good and feeling silly.
I think because there's no fetches.
I also think it's Dig Through Time is probably better. But I like that you can cast Memory Deluge from a graveyard to go up additional cards. Yes. Here comes Ancestral Anger. Think about how mad that guy's parents are.
What are their grandparents?
I don't know. I don't know where the anger's from. I just know it's severe. Here comes the Connive for a +1/+1 counter. He didn't know it, but he was going to be marching to Otherworldly Light.
And then here is a protection from a color. I believe is what the spell is. I don't know what
it's like Brave the Elements.
I also did not have the chance to get Absorbs, so I was thinking...
Dude, that Void Shatter.
Void Shatter.
Void Shadow does it. You have kind of a reputation in the store. So when you cast... No, just for like being good.
Oh.
And so when you cast Void Shatter, everyone's like, oh man, that might just be the right card. They don't realize you just couldn't get Absorbs.
There were some games where it was the right card.
Yeah.
And then there were some games where it wasn't the right card.
Yeah, Scott said it blew him out.
Yeah.
On one occasion.
I would have rather had Absorb in this matchup.
Oh, yeah.
Like, against any deck that has blue, I would rather have the Void Shatter.
I like the main phase Wandering Emperor. Yeah, because it dodges Missile Dispute.
I main phase just so I don't have to deal with the protection.
Yep, smart. This is 10th District Legionnaire. All coming in at, yep.
Yeah. I think I had to ask.
I like Wandering Emperor a lot. I think the Wandering Emperor being both a removal spell and a threat is really good for these decks.
Yes, I agree.
It's slow, but it does make tokens.
It's slow, but it like wins, but it also answers the board.
Yeah.
And it's like reactive. Like it has a lot of upside.
Here comes just a Gigantha out of Nolan over there. What a trooper. If you're casting Gigantha in this deck, it's gone bad for you. And then here... Teferi Plussing is a death sentence most of the time.
Especially with like the untapped 2 blue sources.
Yep. Yeah. Teferi is very, very good. You have an opportunity to Field of Ruin. So people are trying, maybe just John Vidaz is trying to bring it back. People are trying to bring back the Book of Exalted Deeds Mutavault combo.
White, yeah.
Or like land combo.
It's cute, and like some decks can't beat it, but like it's 6 white mana and a 7th mana to act, or I guess 7th mana to activate your Mutavault. So.
Yeah. It's a lot.
And, like you can do it over the course of 2 turns, but like if your opponent has any interaction, and like Karn is a popular planeswalker, like there's a lot of downside to it.
Yeah.
I've played the deck before in Modern, Pioneer, I don't know where, somewhere.
Absolutely adorable is what I'll say. You just Field of Ruin. Oh, you've discovered Nolan has no basics.
Yes, I've discovered he has no basics. I'm just like rolling off that.
Yeah. Well, let's hope he can win with 3 lands, all of them white. What did he do to kill your Teferi?
I think he just attacked it with this Swift Spear.
That'll kill it. That'll kill them until they're dead.
Then we're keeping track of prowess and
Prowess and
Power.
counters.
It's like sometimes the things give counters and sometimes they give like +1/+0 until end of turn, and it's like what does what, and like I just took it, jeez.
It has vigilance apparently as well. This deck has so many like weird floating effects that you can't see that are affecting the game. Dislike. Severe dislike.
I just cheated.
My
I guess memory to lose for 6 instead of 7.
I don't know.
I did.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No, 2 lands were tapped.
Were they?
Yeah.
Well, all right. It's a good thing you lost this match. Otherwise, no one could call the police on you.
I don't think you call the police on me.
You could. You could. I didn't mean to just spoil it why it does lose the match.
Yeah, you get crushed.
Here comes Good Dad to Fairy. Full art. Is that the Good Dad one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His daughter's in there.
Yeah. What a cute guy. Wyatt. So this is the point of the game where Red White probably can't win anymore.
Yes, we have reached that gap.
I thought he was picking his cards up. He wasn't.
He was.
Oh, he was. Yeah. We all realized that at about the same time. They're like, this is just over, man. You can stop. Slow start. Doesn't have a 1-drop. Just trading tap lands back and forth. Is that the best threat now? Just because it has double strike?
Maybe. It's really strong. I think it like runs me over this game. Nope, doesn't.
Nope, not that one does. Yeah.
I do get run over in these games though.
Do you?
Yeah.
Fateful Absence. How many did you run?
I didn't have all the portable holes, so I was running like extra faithfuls.
Jesus, your deck is a mess. Anywho, here comes this is a Dreadhorde Arcanist.
Yeah, I think that's what runs me over.
That guy. It's easy to forget how good that card is.
Yeah.
Because like, it's like weird and dumb. But good God, it's banned in Legacy. The card is so good.
I think I chose to answer the threat instead of him.
Oh, you should have paid 1 more mana to like not get destroyed by this guy.
The problem was like I should have just played around the 10th. Just like his, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think this thing just gets huge now.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna recast his Ancestral Anger and come in for just a bajillion damage. 2, 4, 5. There's more than that.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's 5. I was like, wow, Wyatt, you lost some life to that. Yeah, there's some floating effects I did not see. So he shocked in that Sacred Foundry, meaning he's probably representing some sort of white protection spell.
Yes, and I did not have a sleeper.
I sometimes forget that Supreme Verdict is legal in this format. Void Shatter on that one. Imagine if you were at 16 here.
I know, right? It's so much more relevant than
Instead, it's
exiling
exile.
his weird spell.
Yeah, cracking the clue to draw a card. Here comes a Swift Spear. 3, 4, 5, 6. And here comes a recast on...
We're talking about like...
Void Shatter Exile.
Yeah.
I think it was a different one that got exiled.
It was the creature. It was the creature that I Fatefuled. Because like has Fateful March and Void Shatter. So 2 things were put in exile from that. And then 1 thing was put in exile from Dreadhorde. And then 1 thing was actually in his graveyard.
Jeez, why don't you just draw Supreme Verdict here?
I'm looking for something.
Yeah, you are. What could you... Oh, this is like Sunset Revelry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gain 4, make 2 1/1s.
Sure. Look at those tiny little dice. Nolan's got big dice. He's ready to be on camera.
Yeah, I didn't have the tokens. I was not prepared.
This guy came to play. So here comes this is a pump spell in the graveyard, meaning there's a little bit of extra upside on that Dreadhorde. Can he give his 10th District Legionnaire trample? Nope. Can just give it another counter.
Yeah, it was a Reckless Rage.
Yeah.
Block take 4 or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, still too much.
Yeah. Still sad about that exchange. Supreme Verdict at any point is great for you. I feel like this just gets you right back in the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't draw it ever, though.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, sometimes you misplay.
I also wasn't on Settle. Some people run Settle.
Settle targets.
Yeah?
Does it? I think you can get around it pretty easily.
With what? It
Just
targets opponent.
Mm.
Not each, it doesn't target each creature.
Mm.
Here's just another Swift Spear.
Is what I say that.
And then here is a 10th District Legionnaire, and I'm just like,
gosh.
Well, that is just too many creatures.
It's so many. So here comes... that's got to be a Defiant Strike, is what I think it is? I don't know what it would be other than that. Homestead Courage, maybe? Never heard of that card. There's so many new weird cards that have been printed in the last year that I just haven't kept up with.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And then he pumps it up again. I think I have a Wandering Emperor in my hand, and we both.
You can take the biggest threat, but that's still not enough.
Yeah, we both go through the math, and it's no matter what, I'm taking over lethal.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yep. Scoops him up right there. Immediately sideboards. Is there anything you would have brought in here?
I brought in Sunset Revelries, the one that you saw last game.
I actually think he might have brought in Adonto Vanguards because they can become indestructible.
You have weirdly a lot of exile effects, but I do think they're good against sleepers. I usually like my turn 1 cycle because I kept my hand with like 2 lands.
You
and
just
I needed
knew? Oh, man.
I don't think I'll play a 3rd land here.
Okay, what is this guy's name? Illuminator Virtuoso, I believe, is the new gentleman who has double strike.
I just play like a naked Sunset Revelry.
Gain 4, make 2.
He shocked turn 1 as well, and we just we recorded it like written down on that. Yeah.
Right. Man, so just make 2 1/1s for you.
Yeah.
There's Raise the Alarm is what that is.
Yeah.
That used to be a playable card years and years ago.
That did used to be a good card, huh?
Magic used to be bad, dude. Double Striker. Here's a second one. What does Wyatt got? Nothing on 3. 3 is the kind of the weak spot in your curve. You have a...
It's like my counter spell curve.
Yeah.
It's like where I'm trying to slow the game down. It's on turns 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Turns 1, 2, and 3, I guess.
Do most decks run Censor?
Almost all. There is Censor or Jawari Disruption.
I think you need something to try and like get the game back under control because you are a little
Censor's nice
slow.
because it cycles.
Yeah. Jawari's cool too, though.
Jawari's like a land drop, yeah. Like they're both good in different reasons.
Yeah.
Like in this situation, if there was Jawari, it probably would have been actually better than the Censor.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
So here's you realizing this is a shit ton of damage. Hold on, I should block. That was a ton of damage.
Yeah, I forgot that double strike.
Yeah.
There's a new card.
Somehow in game 3, is that a double strike? All right, cool.
And here's me thinking, because like
you need the land, you need the Spring Verdict, you need everything.
Yeah, I don't have either.
Ah.
Yeah, and then this is the game. Give it a minute.
I mean, it keeps going. We know how it ends.
I'm trying to think to play to my outs, and I'm like, if I cycle this, hit March, like cast March on 1, he doesn't have double pump spell. I'm like,
you didn't do it, still died.
I lose.